action right now. You two take it away.
And we are going to head down to find out who is truly made of metal. Will Police manage to reclaim that 4th place throughout this bracket? Or will Global Elite finally prove that they are not just a team who can sneak into the top 8?
Certainly, it's got to be a statement piece no matter which way this one goes. Police, they feel like they like playing the upset yummies to the major teams. I know Shaw's has done that to me a couple of times back when he was on ground zero, so maybe this is their weekend to do just that. They could certainly go all the way in this regional, given what's on the line for all of the other teams here. But for now, they've got to get through this best of 5 in the lower bracket. And as we said, it's Global Elite who feel like they've got a point to prove.
I'm sure that Power will be watching this as they watch a shot go completely off the kilter. But I'm sure they'll be watching this and remembering that Shaw's knocked them out on the last Spring Invitational last season, and maybe hoping that Global Elite can knock them out here and maybe help their run a little bit.
Certainly help them in. I guess I don't know who Power want to play at this point, to be honest. But we'll talk about them later. Yummy. I'm lacking a lot of confidence. Obviously, we had the interview with Amphis, and it was very, I guess, eye-opening. Credit to him. It was a fantastic interview, but well, it didn't fill me with confidence on that side just yet. But see if Police can fill us with a bit of confidence here in game number 1. So far, not so much. They're on the backboard and they're almost missing the ball. Misty does get a good touch, as it is going to be Global Elite pushing forward early.
It's been Police maybe struggling to get out of defense quite a fair bit here, and a couple of chances that have gone Global Elite's way but haven't obviously been executed at the very end. And maybe not a surprise, because Global Elite love getting out of defense, being at the other end, trying to put some pressure on. Rather than making a big solo play, they try to play well as a team and set up their opponents for failure.
Oh, Mark went flying past the ball. It left Shaw's in a 2-on-1, but he read the pass. Fantastic play from him. That could have been 1-0 Global Elite. Still should be 1-0. It is negative with the dribble play. Opens it up.
There we go. Give them enough opportunities and they will score. Negative. Finding the flick past the last as he was coming out from the side. Very difficult to save a good flick like that.
They're not really challenging as a team right now, Police, and it has eventually cost them. They've been leaving their last man all alone. The guy in the middle, the second man, has just been throwing caution to the wind. Not to their favour. Flip reset on target. Huge save from Negative, the goal scorer. Certainly stepping up right now. You spoke about it, Yummy. He wants to prove a point. He wants to be a top 8 team.
And I think at this point as well, both Sam and Shu would want to do the same. Shu's been around for a very, very long time and kind of new, realistically, to those top 8 scenes. And Sam, very brand new, potential mechanical player in the future. I feel like after he's got his first top 8 earlier in this split, that he might be feeling that now it's time to go that next level to prove that he has that potential.
Oh, certainly his team look like the better team right now, and Police just look a bit stagnant. But to be honest, Yummy, that's kind of what they've been all split. I'm just not sure what their offense is. They very basic sort of structure.
I don't like that at all, because yes, that has been their style and it's been how they've taken down consistently the teams below them. But they themselves said they need to change their playstyle. They want to be more aggressive. They want to be in your face so that they're able to cause upsets. They said that before the last event, but when the pressure's on, when the nerves are high, when they're in RLCS, they just default back to sitting far back in their net.
This could be an option. No, it wasn't quite on target. Mock follow-up, that's top bins, but it is off the corner. Ooh. And it doesn't go in there. Police, we were seeing some offense. I was going to say, it feels like when they're versing those top teams, Yummy, they just let them almost walk all over them, and it can cost them, and it's another open net, but Shu can't get the second touch on the ball. Some keeping the ball in. Negative again, pushing forward. Global Elite right now. As you said, they're looking like the better team, and they've really rattled Police here. They're just basically letting them have the ball for free in the midfield.
This is the perfect situation for them to a 1-goal lead at the last minute. Very good at putting an early challenge on without threatening too much. Getting strong clears. That back pass is exceptional, and that's going to all drain away time. You can see they're not pushing up too hard, overcommitting for this goal. They're just trying to keep it out of the possession of Police.
there's just so many poor touches. I'm always getting frustrated watching this for him, Police. They're not keeping the ball. They're throwing it away. They're not even finding a teammate. They're just clearing it. That's not what you need to do when you're a goal down, and that's not what you need to do when it's an open net. Negative gets his second. Him, Police. The demos come through, and they're just getting outpaced.
I'm super disappointed like you that we didn't see him, Police, get on the attack even though they're a goal behind and there's only 30 seconds left. That wasn't a goal scored on them because they overcommitted for a play that they tried to push too hard. They just ball chased all three of them.
Negative gets his third. It's a hat-trick in game number 1 for Global Elite. Sam's got 88 points, but he's not worried about it because Negative has just put the team on his back, got his third goal. And as you said, Yummy, all the offense has been Global Elites.
Negative has more points than all of him Police combined at this point in time. And, I mean, it just goes to show the 3-goal lead. All 3 of them scored by Negative. If anybody wanted to make a statement, it was him. He's the one who receives the most criticism of anybody probably in OCE, realistically, outside of Power. And, well, he's starting to prove himself now.
What a game number 1 there from Global Elite. And, well, 72 points from Shaw's, Yummy, is just not what I need from him. I need to see some more. This is everything on the line.
He's meant to be their best.
Their season on the line, exactly, but we're just not seeing it right now. He was my player to watch for him, Police, and right now we're watching him just not quite be online in this series. It is only game 1, Yummy, but as we said, I feel like sound like a broken record. It is a best of 5. You really have to start strong.
And that's 72 points with 2 shots on the board. Like, 2 not great shots, but 2 shots on the board, which just shows how few touches he had overall, how little impact he had outside of even those 2 shots. Because normally if you expect somebody gets less than 100 points, they might be donuts across the board.
Yeah, it just shows the touches, the few touches that they are getting as well, are just, they're not finding each other. Look at the amount of times in defense where they've got space, they can keep the ball, they can go for a dribble, they can find a teammate. And they're just throwing it out to the midfield, all to Global Elite, waiting and ready.
Well, I think, yeah, they're waiting and ready. Him Police are waiting and not ready. You're seeing so many times where the ball's in the midfield and everybody from Him Police are just kind of slowly lurching around the pitch, seeing what happens next. Instead of throwing somebody at the ball, putting a little bit of a pressure on the play, forcing out a touch, anything. And that's really, I feel like, up to both Misty and Mock, who are meant to be those 2 players that create that pressure.
Their season is on the line right now. Him Police, they love playing upset, but right now it is, well, it's a bit of a switcheroo because Global Elite are doing that right back at them here. Game number 2 underway, however, and, well, it's a story of same old as Negative. Hat-trick in game number 1, Yummy. He's trying to start game number 2 just the exact same way.
I don't even think it's their season that's on the line. I think it's their roster that is on the line. It's so true that everybody outside of the very top teams always end up making roster changes, especially in the postseason, off-season. And, well, that's a good start to get them back in good spirits.
And Misty letting them know as well in the quick chat. I don't mind it as the pass comes through. Misty throws it off the backboard. Can't quite get the read. Shu couldn't find the touch off the backboard. And again, Mock, fantastic read, great shot. That is better from Him Police. They feel like they've got a bit of speed in their attack.
Yeah, instead of just having Misty forward making the play, Mock was there with him. It's a much better showing, obviously using that 1 minute between games very well.
It's only picked up the pace, which is what we want to see, but can they continue it here? They've got the lead. They need to find a way to just still wrestle control of this game because, again, Global Elite straight off the kickoff, they do have the control. Shaw's is in a bit of trouble back post. Does find the touch. Some centers the ball to absolutely no one. Mock again, the goal scorer early. Can he get another one on the board? He is dunking absolutely everyone. Some made that save harder than it should have been, and Misty is outpacing people to the ball. This is better from Him Police.
Yeah, they're getting proactive now, and they're using all of their boost. Just try and put the Global Elite defense under a bit of pressure. Counterattacks is something they still have to be careful of, as Global Elite can have a strong one, but it's going to go the other way. The pre-jump from Misty! Oh, what a save, but that was so much better from Himberleys.
They're actually finding each other downfield. The three-man pass play almost came off. I'm not sure how Shu made the save there. Not sure if he read the touch or just happened to put his car in the way, but Mock gets another shot on net. Double
So
touch,
good.
he can't find it. And now Shaw's is in big trouble. His last man, no boost, but he does find a way out. A huge play there. We were calling for him to come online in this series, Yummy, and that's a great start.
Tell me, CJ, how do you change your playstyle so much from game 1 to game 2?
It's almost concerning that they have changed it so much, because where was this in game number 1? This is open again. Shaw's is going to be able to get back. The pass play could come in. I don't mind it off the backboard.
Great
Fakes it
touch.
out. He's negative. Got to get a shot on net. He puts it wide. That could have been the equaliser.
Tried to get it underneath that last defender, but that also sends it off the post. And I really like some of these touches from Global Elite, but Himberleys are answering right back in kind. They're being called, but it's been a wrong number in the end.
Couldn't quite get it to work with the pass. Infield is pretty handy here. Negative gets a huge flick again. He scored 2 dribble goals in game 1. He wants another one here. Smock does clear the ball past 2. Who said the goal scorer for Himberleys, the only goal scorer. Their first goal coming early, but another open net. And guess who has got his 4th goal?
He's scored all of them so far, and he's purely outpaced them. Maybe it's gone the other way because Shaw's pushed up. All 3 of them were looking to receive that pass or turn into a pass. And, well, that doesn't work if you get intercepted.
The king of the quick chats here, Himberleys, are going for the fake kickoff now. The shot just goes straight on net. That might just be in. It's off the post. Follow up, Misty. Just not exactly doing much with it.
I thought that was going to go in. It may go the other way. Goodness. That's a massive pinch and a big mistake to even offer that pinch up, but fortunately for Himberleys, it wasn't on target.
Wow, this game's picked up a little bit. It felt so pedestrian from the first series, but all of a sudden a few pinches coming through, a few 50s going the wrong way, and we have a game on our hands. Another pass play. Misty fires it on net. Hey! Gets the dunk on negative as well. That's what we want to see from the Himberleys.
I think we're really seeing Himberleys embody your philosophy, CJ, that it's better to go for something and make the mistake, to put the pressure on, play as fast as you can, and it's working out so much better for them.
I mean, and they're going for the fake kickoff again. Mock throwing the ball around, but this could come back to bite Global Elite here. Shot on net. Mock gets a huge save. And I'm absolutely with you. Just, honestly, just do something.
Pre-jumping that. There's 3 pre-jumps in a row, but, I mean, I like it for the confidence.
I love it. It's the first time we've just seen a bit of offense and a bit of flair come out from the Himberleys, and it might take the final regional of the final split of the season. Another open net, Sam. Can he score? Can he drop it down?
Surely.
Puts it on target. Shaw's with a huge save here. 45 seconds left. Himberleys holding on.
I think some just too desperate for that goal. Oh, it's gone the other way. That's a 3rd dunk goal coming out.
Oh, they absolutely love it as well. Mock faced the flip reset. Then he uses it, and Shu just hands the ball straight to him. Tees it up, and Mock takes out the driver and goes bang.
Hole in, well, maybe hole in 2 for that one. It did take the extra touch, but did see at the other end, I wanted to point out, maybe a little lack of experience coming out from some. You know, a goal behind. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is just trying to force everything to be a goal. You want to do what negative does. Slow it down a bit. Go for a pass. Go for a dribble. They've done beautifully. A complete counterpoint to the last one.
The 5th goal from negative. This man has been the MVP of the series. Absolutely on fire. Of the day, really. Absolutely. I'm not sure if there was an MVP of the first series. That was a bit of a schmozzle, but with 25 seconds left, Global Elite, they're trying to take a leaf out of Himberleys' book. They're going for the pre-jumps. Here's another one. Misty, perhaps getting a little bit overzealous here, Yummy. They're only a goal up here, 15 seconds on the clock. Can they cook the drop down? But Shaw's does get the huge 50-50. Himberleys looking to get the first game. The response back here, but Global Elite, that's not the touch they needed. That was their last play, but they just couldn't get it to work. Himberleys tied up.
It's just been some in a couple of those situations where the goals needed to look maybe too direct, and you know, instead of putting on a surprising play, it's a bit too obvious. Himberleys able to save it, But what a turnaround. What did they say between those two games? Was it just, hey, let's just pre-jump past every single play we possibly can?
I think they've just started to have fun and enjoy themselves. And honestly, Yummy, I wish they did this more often. I know some of them are very silly. You know, some of the pre-jumps from Shores were quite ridiculous. And obviously, Misty going for it 10 seconds left when they're up a goal isn't fantastic. But
it's better than sitting on the ground.
It is better than doing absolutely nothing. And I'm not being I am being very critical of this team because I expect more of them. I want to see better from Him Police. It's taken until the final regional to show a bit of flair, show a bit of offense.
Are you saying they're normally a boring watch?
Incredibly boring, Yummy. I don't want to watch it, but right now I'm happy to watch this stuff. This is fantastic. As you said, it is too little too late for their season. But they could just get a little bit of credibility here with some results in the final region.
Yeah, I think if they can capture this same spirit and then temper it a little bit instead of pre-jumping every single play, then they're going to actually find a lot more success. It's the right attitude, the right atmosphere for them. In fact, I often tell people who need to kind of relax a little bit at LAN, go for some random pre-jumps, go for some wild stuff, and kind of convince yourself that you're going to have fun and not focus too hard.
It almost gets you into the mindset as well, Yummy, that, you know, every touch doesn't matter so much. You know, when especially you look at team power and clearly what's going through their mind is, oh, if I miss this, you know, this is going to happen X, Y, Z, I'm going to cost my team. And before you know it, you are missing. You know, you're really overthinking every situation. Whereas if you just go for a few things, it loosens you up. It just means, you know, you get into a better mindset. And that's exactly what Him Police did in game number 2. But still got a lot of series to go.
And it will be interesting to see if they keep the exact same atmosphere where they do keep going for the pre-jumps. Well, they go for the double flip reset from Shores, so I think it's good.
Yeah, I think they're locked in right now. And certainly this man is as well as he pitches it all the way across. It's negative with 5 goals. A big whiff from Mock there as Shores does help him out. Misty with a beat as well. I love seeing it. And maybe one more. He does fake out. Negative. The pass through open net. Shores gets it. Misty just flailing around the ball. He has got Global Elite doing spins.
Yeah, he's like the wacky inflatable arm man, just sending whatever touch he can. You don't know if he's hitting it or not, and that was the perfect play to set up for Shores.
I'm not sure if he knew whether he was hitting it or not either, but it has worked out for Him Police. They've picked up where they left off, as you said, from game number 2. It feels like they haven't changed it up, even though they back into this game as Misty. It's a huge first touch. Some is pre-jump, so is Shu, and the ground pitch comes through from Global Elite.
And how much of a difference is it for Misty in particular when he looks confident, when he looks like he has the space to go for the plays? Because I feel like too often he's not having impact unless he is making plays, and now that he's going for everything, he's really being so much more threatening.
We see it with him a lot. I mean, I'm going to be calling back to the six-man's days, Yummy, but he was always the top of the leaderboard when I guess there's less on the line. It's more about just showing your individual ability and just playing with a bit of flair, playing with a bit of fun. He is phenomenal at the game, and he's showing it right here. Shores has a flip reset. He goes for the musty, doesn't quite get the touch, but Mock is right there. Their second man is pushed up. I love seeing it. I feel like a proud parent right now just watching a bit of offense from Him Police.
Like beautiful butterflies coming out of there, Chrisless. It's also beautiful to watch. 3 minutes, and this could be the goal. Shores gets it down, and some will redirect it right in front of the net.
It's the Shum. Absolutely been. I was going to say it's the Sum Shu 1-2.
You could have said that goal was Shusum.
That was... No, that wasn't good at all. No, that wasn't good.
Shusum?
No,
awesome.
it just...
Give me some credit or else.
It's got no punch at all, but I tell you what does have a bit of punch. It's negative goals right now. He's got 5. None in this game, but he's been sensational here. Finally not having to have an impact on the offensive side, though. It's good to see that Shu and Sum getting involved.
Misty is currently in the defense. Global Elite starting to pick up the pace a little bit, but it will be the counterattack coming out from Shores. He's got it all the way, but negative uses the crossbar and pinches it out.
Just hanging on there was negative, as now Sum is all alone. Last man. Shores gets the ball infield, opens up, open net. Misty puts it away. Him Police gets their second goal on the board.
I still find this so unbelievable, the difference between game 1 and now, because Look how far Misty was pushed out. Look how
Look at
much
all
he
of them.
trusted Shores to make the play.
They're all there. Mock is right behind Misty saying, I'll have it if you don't. But we just, I mean, before it felt like they were in their own net, Yummy. They weren't even thinking about pushing up for that play. It's, as we said, it's fantastic to see. If they can take this confidence, assuming that they do go on and continue this form throughout this series, they can really take it up to any team playing this way.
I think I could imagine them playing this way against Power and really sending a team who's nervous like that off kilter. So it is really good, and credit over to their coach, 7111 is his full name, but a little bit long.
That's his name.
He's obviously said a lot. He got them the confidence. He's got them closer to how they would be playing scrims, and that's exactly what they wanted to do, to convert their scrim performance into game day.
Yeah, as you said, it's taken the entire season, but better late than never as another goal comes through. Negative just doesn't do anything. Misty says, great pass. Thanks for that one, as he just palms it off to him. And well,
he didn't have the boost. We'll give Negative a little bit of benefit of the doubt there, but must have lost his flip, didn't have the boost, and ended up passing it away.
And 9 shots to 4 as well. It's just great to see, as we said, just a bit of offense from him, Police. Bit of confidence coming through. Shu, can he show the confidence? Double touch on target. Puts it behind Shores, but it's gone wide. Follow-up. Shores pre-jumps and keeps the ball out.
Man, that was going to be so shoesome, but in the end, just a little off target. He had such a great idea with the angle. Fortunately, the crossbar hasn't been their friend so far this game.
No, it's certainly probably been their biggest opponent right now, as, again, feels like him, Police is still pushing forward. Another top big shot. Misty getting to work as well. Shu puts it to the side. Shores pushes the ball. Well, doesn't get the touchdown. Field is now Misty defends here. 40 seconds left. 45 on the clock, should I say. And, well, him, Police, it's just fantastic to see. As I said, I'm grinning from ear to ear watching this, Yummy. It's great to see them showing a little bit of confidence.
And 2 goals required for Global Elite. Are they able to bring out some magic like they did at the end of the last game to at least give themselves a fighting chance? It will be Negative. He's looking for that first touch. Unfortunately, has been beaten, has missed, and it's going to just grind out in this corner. That's a safe zone for him, Police.
Yeah, they're lacking a little bit of boost. Global Elite on the offense, but Misty gets a huge touch as well. The bump coming through, it should be open. Can Misty land in time? You betcha. 10 seconds left. That should ice out the game here for him, Police. They will be moving on to match point, and what a response off that game 1. Whether it was a warm-up or whether they really changed everything up, well, we don't really know. But what we do know is it's great to see, and this is exactly how we want to see him, Police, playing.
I definitely think they've changed everything up in terms of that confidence. And they also did what I asked CJ in terms of reeling it back in a little bit. So they're not pre-jumping everything. They're not going crazy. I think they did that to get themselves in the right mind space. And now this game, they felt a lot closer to just more like a good, solid, but aggressive and risky, risk-on play style.
Yeah, that game right there, Yumby, is how they can play, as you said, against the team power, against one of the top 3, and really take it up to those teams that are feeling the pressure. Because, you know, we saw it in the Power Series. They looked discombobulated. They weren't pushing forward. They were missing the ball in net. They were having to make these last-ditch saves that usually they're already there for. And if Him Police can bring that sort of form further on in the bracket, they can really go, well, I said at the start of the series, they can go all the way in this kind of tournament where everyone else is feeling the pinch. So it's a great start, but for Global Elite, I wouldn't say they've dropped the ball more, as Him Police have really picked their game up here. Negative, as we said, 5 goals in the first 2 games. Couldn't get on the board there.
I will say as well, the quick chatting that's been coming out from Him Police, it looks like it's working. You know, we saw some choice words coming out from Global Elite. Don't look too happy with them doing it in that kind of between games. So you can love it or hate it, but it's certainly seeming to work.
I don't mind it. I would like to have seen it, the confidence, you know, against the top 3 teams. We don't really see that sort of thing when they're playing the best, but maybe this is a good lesson for them. Maybe it's too little too late for this season, but certainly for these players, if they can just find, you know, okay, this is what we did in the final regional and it worked. How do we get that when we actually, you know, when things matter? And if they can really
but the question
is
that going to matter? You know, are they going to be together next season?
Well, that's why I said for the players, not for the team. Maybe if individually they can grow and really push themselves in there. You know, Shores as well is a player that, you know, he's been inside the top 10 in player ratings. You're looking at Misty, who's been #1. You're looking at Mock, who has always been very highly rated and respected by his peers as well. So, as we said, individually, it always feels like this team, you know, they've been around the top 4, they've been around the top 2 or higher. They just haven't found it as a cohesive unit.
They've all said that they want to be at the top. I think especially Shores, he kind of wants to come out, and he's desperate to make a major, to make a Worlds eventually, and maybe have the right team that he can build around them. And you know, they've been together for quite a while now, him Police, and maybe not found that exact form, but there we go, the man we were talking about.
Yeah, they've certainly found some form now. As Shores again, he was huge in the last game, especially defensively, but this time he opens it up in the offense for him Police. And it does just feel like there's levels to this game now. It was Global Elite Game 1, but since then, look at the confidence. Look at the fake kickoffs coming through. Misty tries to get the ball across. Instead goes to solo play. The dunk doesn't come through. And Him Police, again, straight off the kickoff on the attack.
Done quite well for themselves, Him Police. And even just that first goal means that they can play still very risky and very aggressive. Look for some more. Be the counter-attack coming out down the left wing from Misty. Has the support behind him in Shores. Mock will be waiting on Shu's touch, but Sam was there. He pushed up. He was the one who created the risk, and he's created a goal.
We saw the change-up in Game 2 from Him Police, and now we're seeing the change-up from Global Elite. It's Sam sitting downfield. Beautiful redirect, outpacing his opponent. And Shu gets the easiest goal of his life there. Global Elite, they're showing their own little prowess and ability to change things up.
Really like that, especially considering the maybe the rookie veteran compared to veteran status between these two teams, between Global Elite and Him Police, who have been at the top over and over again. The adaptation come through, and now Global Elite have another chance to maybe just steal boost away, prevent that Him Police steamroller from beginning.
Yeah, they're trying to play a bit of the long con here, grabbing the boost and trying to perhaps get an attack later on, just like right here, but Mockie's back in time. Gets a touch into his corner, a very safe one. That means Misty can get the corner boost as well. The clear downfield comes through. Niggity, very awkward, and when I say awkward, I mean incredibly awkward. He couldn't get a touch on the ball at all. Misty gets a touch around. Mock rotates, cuts front post, fires the shot on there. Misty can't get the bump through. Shores is there as well. Another one on the backboard. They look in big trouble here, Global Elite, and Mock fires away.
Sam completely ran out of boost. He tried to go up the back of the net to get a bit of save, and meant that he wasn't able to get there in time. Beamed out, and 2-1 lead once again for Him Police.
Great shot from Mock there as well. He didn't have too much of the net to choose from with the pre-jump coming through from some, but he did find the angle around, and as you said, it's Him Police to get the lead again.
Let's see if Him Police can continue on scoring these goals, getting on the aggressive. So it seems that both teams want to do just that, and I think pinning Global Elite into the defensive half is going to keep them in their shells. It's going to keep them from pushing forward and will give you that kind of mindset advantage throughout the game. There we go, shot from negative. He hasn't been as successful as he was earlier in the series.
Didn't quite get the power on the touch, but that certainly had the power on it. That might just be open all the way in. Shores, the huge flick coming in from the midfield out of nowhere, Yummy. He just found the perfect power, and Global Elite went missing.
It was really surprising because he started that play so slow, but he was able to boost up with the ball, keep it right in the perfect spot for the side flip, to use the extra momentum with the boost to get that power. And, well, that's not what you want. A big mistake off the kickoff really ruins the chances for Global Elite.
It felt like there was signs of life early here in game number 4, but since game 1, Yummy, Global Elite, well, I think they've deranked. They've just gone backwards a little bit, and it has been all of Him Police to step the game up. Every single member. We were calling out Shores in game 1. He only had 80, 70 odd points, but he's been fantastic ever since. The bumps, that's got to be in as well. There is a bit of a sign of life here.
How good are they looking when somebody pushes up compared to a lot of their other plays? that's felt like they've been stuck in defense for a long time. They only have one person making a play forward. They don't have the support. The 2 times they've had somebody push forward negative and some earlier on, they've been successful.
We just need to see more of it. That's the only issue. It is few and far between right now. It has happened twice. They've got 2 goals for it. This offense, this ability to change their structure up and find an avenue, but Amok is just cutting rotation right now, almost finding the bump as well. Negative off the ceiling. I think Shu gets a free touch, but he just throws it away. Shaw's is ready for it every day of the week. He does get a nice little chain dash and fires it on net. Is it just going to be in? Is it going to be open? Mock headbutts the post because he thought it was in as well, but Police can't get their 5th on the board just yet.
They are finding the passes, though. It's going to help them just keep control of the ball, not use too much boost, and that's important because Shaw's had almost none on him. We'll get a big clear. It's all on Shu right now to keep their hopes alive. They can't get scored on, but on top of that, they also need to find maybe a pass out of defense, a clear, anything to get the ball up the other end, but missed. He's cut the rotation and cut the chances.
Yeah, he's 50-50 to about 800 people here in the corner as well. Shaw's is waiting for it off the backboard. Sum's in big trouble as well. Shu helps him out. Misty fires an infield pass, but Mock says, I'm going to back up. I've got to try and just ice this game out here with 52 seconds left. Can Police hold on? Can Global Elite force a game 5?
I just wish Sam had pushed up on that one. A touch was offered, a play was offered in the aggressive half, but he didn't want to take that chance with only 20 boost. And unfortunately, there's 2 resources that he has to play with. He has time, he has boost, and in the end gets nothing out of it. 30 seconds left now, and Police are starving them out.
Yeah, game over now. Mock calls game. 5 goals for Police in the decider. And it's Mock who finds it off the sidewall. Beautiful first touch. Pre-flips into the double. And Police, as we said, ever since game 1, they looked better. They looked too good. And that's a hat-trick for Mock as well.
Really good to see Mock getting up there on the scoreboard. He had that early impact, the first goal on their second game, the comeback game. And he's continued that on here in game number 4. 14 seconds left, and they've secured it.
Yeah, it's all formalities now here. 10 on the clock. Police, well, they've done it in the best of 5, the final best of 5 of the day as well. They'll be moving into the best of 7s in the lower bracket, joining Team Power on the opposite side as well. That's going to be exciting to see. They will be down there playing the loser of Pioneers and also Serrani, who's over there as well. It's incredibly seeing Serrani up there in the upper bracket, but Police, a fantastic performance, Yummy. They look strong after that game 1.
And once again, some disappointment from Global Elite, who feel like desperate to prove themselves, desperate to prove that they are a team that challenge not just the teams down at the very, very bottom. And, you know, credit to them. They put up a really good fight, especially early on. They had a really tough opponent in Police that I'd say look like they are starting their training arc at least towards becoming the team that they've always wanted to be.
Well, we've got our top 6 now, Yummy, and it feels fitting that it's the 6 best teams in the region for mine at least. The best of 5s are over, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 4 best of 7s coming up. Everything on the line, Boston on the line, and the Dorf. Don't go anywhere.